live, ladies and gentlemen, we live, and you know something, today is a little bit different. Let's get this show started once again for the second time, and intro bang.
Is it on?
Yes, people. What's going on? Seagull Talks. We're back again with another video. Honestly, it is on, but do you guys see it on YouTube? Because I'm looking on YouTube. I don't see my own video. This is a mad thing. Today is a mad thing. It is on, but it's slightly delayed, I think. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If this is better, if you guys can hear me better. Hopefully you guys can hear us better now. We were having some sound issues on the previous show. Everything should hopefully be sorted now, and I will try to do the timestamps and everything from here on out. We're not going to go and cover everything we covered in the first show, but we will try to, of course, stay on topic as much as possible. We were currently on Man United, right? So let's just start with Man United. Ahmed, Benjamin Sesko to Manchester United. Rack is messaging me. I'm just going to send him the link. Oh, I'm going to send him the link now.
United is cooking.
So talk to me, bro. Talk to me.
What is Amorim cooking? Ahmed, talk to us. Let's know. What is Amorim? Is he making fried rice, jollof rice, chicken? What's Amorim cooking with the Sesko?
Bro, like, listen, I don't. You know what? Yeah, I don't know what. Me personally, I'm not really happy about this deal, and I've got a few reasons why. Like, in terms of getting a striker over the line, I can see why people would be happy about it, but it's just he cost a lot of money, right? He's cost a lot of money, 85 million euros, 73 million pounds, pretty much, and he's gonna have like a lot of expectation in it because when you play, it's a different level when you try to play for Leipzig and Man United. I see him. He's a fast striker. He's strong. He can get him behind. He's got a decent strike on him. I don't think he's great technically, yeah, but I don't think he's gonna like be able. I don't think he's the level of a striker that's gonna help it.
But Ahmed, you have to realize that if you talk about the money thing, quickly. The money thing I don't like to talk about because the market is the market right now. I don't think. I mean, you're hearing Baleba 100 million, right? Like you're hearing ridiculous price. So the market is the market. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, the market.
Yeah, we
lost like that.
Yeah, we lost him. Today's
I don't know what's going on. But anyway, with Sesko,
He's
yeah,
back.
like Dio, you back?
Yeah. Sorry, man. I'm saying like Sesko, I think is a good striker. Like if you look at the striker market right now, and the striker market, that's the going price of any good. You would get a good striker for like 65 and above. You guys paid roughly about the same for Højlund as well, but I think Sesko will give you guys better output than Højlund ever.
Yeah, Højlund. I believe Sesko will get more goals than Højlund, and he will be a better signing than Højlund. But it's not exactly difficult. But my thing is that with how do you get what I'm saying? It's not difficult to be better than Højlund. Yeah. So I've said it so many times. The expectation that where we should be aiming at as a club in regards to all of the signings that we have bought, especially if we do land a Baleba, I've said it on Hussam Stream, we should be getting top 4. Now, do I believe he's a striker? Yeah, that is gonna take us there week in, week out. No, I don't think he's that type. I don't think he's that level. I just think he's I just think his level is mid-table, isn't it? You know
That's crazy, though.
I believe he's the Aston Villas, the Newcastles. I think that's his ceiling. I don't think
it's because you didn't follow him very much. Like so,
I've seen about 2 games and that's it.
I know. So as an Arsenal fan,
and the Euros as well, when
you wanted him about 18 months ago, if you know that. So as an Arsenal fan, I kind of just stuck to Sesko. I was literally just tracking how this guy plays. I think it was the season before, the last season, they played him in a different position to actually, complement the striker. And he gave assists and still scored. The season before, he came in off the bench, and every single time he came off, he was scoring. This guy played 18 games and scored 16 goals towards the end of the season. I think if you use him correctly, the chances that you guys create, I think Sesko will give you a I'll say GA. I'll say goals and assists 20.
Like 12 or
No, I'll say
in the
20.
league.
Yes, in the league and or in all
All
competitions.
comps.
You see,
all
and
comps.
I'm not comparing him to this player. Yeah, I'm not comparing him, but
I'm
like
just saying in all comps, he could give you like 20. And I don't think that's bad, because if he gives you 20 in all competitions, you've got Bruno who can chip in 8, 9, 10. You have to have other players that can chip in as well. Bringing in the Baleba, I think, is going to reinforce your midfield. So yeah, top 4 is going to be hard this season for a lot of teams, but yeah.
the reason why I say top 4 is because like we spent a lot of money, and the players that we're getting in, I do like Cunha, I do like Mbeumo. Obviously, you can count Dorgu as well, that he was bought in January, which is still part of the season. It's just that with Sesko, I do believe you'll get the best out of him, like off the bench, especially when we're playing against bigger teams. Yeah, for example, like Arsenal, Liverpool, and City, the ones who will have more of the ball, and we're more likely to sit back. You can just utilize his pace and get him behind and just hit on the counter attack. I think that's where he thrives off, personally, using his pace, using his aerial ability. I do believe that because he costs so much, I don't see him being a bench player. I do see him starting. I'm not saying he's going to start in the first game in his debut against, because he costs that much. If he was like 30, 40 mil bench player, then I wouldn't be too mad about the signing. But if the reason why I'm quoting about the price, I'm even though despite not me seeing him that much, you better be like a very good player and a very good striker. That, like, for example, like Ekitike, for instance, yeah, like he's like quality. I think he's quality in it. I know they both played in the same league and similar amount of goals, but it's going to be quite difficult for me to see Sesko on the bench. Like, even he's not going to be benched. He's definitely starting.
What about Balema? Because as much as we're talking about Sesko, I think the Balema signing could be the best bit of business you do this window.
Yeah. With Baleba, yeah, if we do get him for 100 mil, this is the best time to get him. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, the guy's got everything about him. Strong, good on the ball, can literally carry the ball too. He's quite fairly press resistant, technically sound. He's strong. He's got every single attribute you would want in a midfield. And there's Brighton, their scouts are crazy. Caicedo, they'll find another replacement of Baleba. So it's going to be difficult to try and get him. Obviously, Baleba is interested at Man United, but dealing with Brighton is going to be long. Like, they're going to ask.
Surprised you have the money, because you guys were doing the broke boy gimmick for too long this window.
Yeah, to an extent. I didn't actually expect us to have this cash like that. But then again, we do sell quite a lot in it, like commercially, shirt sales. Like, we are, even though we're in debt, yeah, we still have a lot of money. Maybe that's just a gimmick.
It's exactly. It's just politics. The worst thing you can do is what Woodward used to. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a big summer. We're gonna have to spend a lot of money this summer. Like, just tell everybody you ain't got no money, right? But of course, it's gonna piss some fans off. But ultimately, who cares? You need to do what's right for you. You need to save as much money as you can. You just spend your money as wisely as you can. If you say, oh, you know what, lads, I've got plenty of money. Just name your price. And okay, with the Cunha deal and with the Mbeumo deal, they one of them was a release clause. I think the other one they kind of tagged it against it or pegged it against it.
Yeah.
So maybe they spent a little. But the fact that they can use this Sesko deal, it's a lot of money. Of course, it's a lot of money.
And also, like,
say, look, we paid less than Newcastle and we still got our guy. That's how they'll spin it. The clubs are going to spin their PR like that. And Baleba is a great. He's an exceptional player. Like him and Adam Wharton, I was looking for them for one of them two next summer. To be honest, so if United get him, then I'll be a bit annoyed. But
again, you have to realize, like, when earlier in the other stream when I said United is actually a big club, I think banter aside,
of course,
people forget the kind of sales that United make worldwide. I think we look at the game and we look at England and we just forget that these guys are a whole entity, dude. Like, the amount of sales in Asia alone, like, they won't tell you they have that money because it's coming in regularly. There's people who, and again, if you have to look at them, the investment that Ineos has made, as if you've done business, when people invest money, it's easy for them now to be able to go back to other investors and say, hey, look, we're in now. We need more people. Can you put some more cash? Individual owners can put a certain amount of money according to PSR rules. So they do have some money, but originally they won't tell the world that they have money to spend.
Exactly, because they'll just take the piss in it. Because like if you look at it now, right, deep it. Look how much we used to spend on wages. Like we used to spend a ridiculous amount, and people are like, "Oh my days, why can't we celebrate?" It's the reason why we can't get rid of Rashford. That's why we're struggling to get rid of Sancho, Anthony, as well as on a lot of money. I'm pretty sure De Ligt is our highest paid player in terms of wages under the new structure. Like I think he's on like 195. Sesko's on 160. I think it's going to get pushed to 190 if we get Champions League 25%. So I'm just like, even though it's not something to gloat about, yeah, I'm just happy that we're not going overboard with the wages, because like even if it doesn't work out with Sesko or with any of these players, you've got a better chance of selling them because they're not on a stupid amount of money on wages, even if you do make a loss. Do you get what I'm saying? With Lenny Yoro, for instance, let's say if Madrid come calling, like they're going to offer like a ridiculous amount, because you know a centre back of his quality will go for like mad, like around 80 or to 100 mil. So yeah, bro, like it's not an amazing player to get excited about, but we'll see what he can do in it. We'll see what he can do with Sesko. It's just funny about Newcastle though. Like they was willing to offer more money as well, and then that's why I was waiting. I was waiting for that.
You can't say Chelsea blueprint.
Nah, Chelsea. I don't want Chelsea's blueprint. No thanks. I don't want their blueprint. Like, with respect. Their blueprint is Garnacho. I don't want their blueprint. No.
You know what? I think this is the perfect timing to mention Garnacho. Ahmed just walked into the Garnacho train, and he's somebody who actually backs Garnacho. In case you guys haven't heard.
Fan. He loves Maddison as well.
Who said they back Garnacho? Can we just like stop?
No, you said you're not against the Garnacho deal.
I've always said that Garnacho's coming to our club. That's why I didn't say I was for Garnacho.
He didn't say he was. He just said Garnacho is going to happen, and he can't stop it. He just basically said, "Look, it's." Everybody was like, "No, it's not," and he was like, "Nope, it's going to happen. Just accept, live with it, and be happy." Because there's no stopping this. That's what he said. That's
the difference. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for the sister dive. Much appreciated, mate.
You know what? There's a bigger issue than Garnacho though. Levi Colwill unfortunately got a knee injury.
Man, I heard this. Yeah,
tough man. Well, 1 second, guys. I'm just gonna put my camera on. But Levi Colwill's loss, bro, is big, man. It's obviously a sad loss because obviously he's been a key player for us. He's really improved towards the end of the season as well. It's a massive shame, but seems the club is now trying to trust Pato. Apparently, that's the run the street as of 5 minutes ago. So it's a tough break. I don't know. Maybe I do.
By Gay, Mark Gay. Just going for Gay. You have the money.
You guys have a buyback apparently.
You have the money.
We have the buyback. I think the buyback expired last year. Sorry. The buyback expired last year, or I think it's not buyback or
maybe it's a sell-on. It's probably a sell-on.
I know we've got a sell-on clause for sure. It's either a sell-on or it's a right of first refusal. What that means is that we can probably match whatever price is obviously offered.
But the thing is, because you've got a sell-on, you wouldn't necessarily have to match it because if he goes to Liverpool, for example, you'll get a portion of that sale.
Yeah, I think it's
20%. So Palace would get a fixed amount. So as long as you match the fixed amount that Palace would get.
Yeah, exactly.
Get him cheaper.
No, but Rack. I just want to ask. Like, I know I'm diverting here, but in terms of like, obviously, you guys all winning the transfer window, right? So after you lot, and then maybe after City, in terms of Chelsea, United, Arsenal, who do you reckon has had the best window out of? And be honest, innit? I know like you don't like United, but just try and be unbiased and I just want to know.
So I think. I like the Mbomo and Cunha signings. Sesko, just because so many of the YouTube fan base hate Sesko so much. If he wasn't going to United, I would have liked him to do well, right? But he has got some physical attributes that I think he's got. You know, he's big, he's fast. I know some people say he's not technically sound. I've seen some clips. I haven't watched them closely, but I think. Potentially him. I think if you get Baleba as well, and this is especially because, like I said, I want Baleba next season. I want Baleba or Adam Wharton next season. Next summer. Fair. I think that those are 4 quality players coming straight into your first. Like if you look at the marginal increase that those 4 players give you, I think that's bigger than any 4 from any other team. Because Arsenal have done a lot of stuff like improving the squad. If if Saka's injured, you've got some backup now. You've got backup for number 10 if you sign the guy from Crystal Palace. So that's more supplementing the squad. Whereas you're actually taking big leaps forward based on where you were last season.
He just wanted you to big up Man United for a second.
No. But again, Ahmed, again, the thing about it is in comparison, you have to look at
you're coming from a lower level, a lower base.
Yeah, when you say who has had the better window, that has to be from the 2 clubs or 3 clubs who are very, very close by in what they're competing for. So that's when you'd be like, all right, which of these 2 have the better window? For example, a player like Baleba, right? Awesome player, but if he comes to a club like Liverpool or Arsenal, who is he displacing immediately right now? You know what I'm saying? He eventually he might displace somebody, but he's not gonna come in and he's gonna be a starter day one, boom. He would literally have to, get in there and work. At United, he can be the one to carry it, and that's.
But you know something, doesn't matter who's having the best window.
Before you go, because I just want to make one point. It's obviously one thing, it's relative to what you're trying to achieve. Yeah. So when you're talking about how good your window is, what are you trying to achieve with your window? Yeah. So, with United, Baleba's an insane signing if they can buy him, not just because it's United. It's Baleba will go to any team and somebody's going to sit on the bench. I don't know who's going to sit on the bench, but it's probably not going to be Baleba. But at United, with a 2-man midfield, it's not going to get any better than Baleba for them. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those where it's just the ideals.
No, but any club that buys Baleba for 100+ mil, I'm not saying he's going to start straight away, but he's going to ease his way in regardless of who you are.
Obviously,
it's a big investment.
No one's spending. Well, maybe Liverpool if.
But that's what they're asking, Jay. That's what they're asking for 100 mil, which is what is crazy. But we're not even talking about the price. But I just know that Baleba if he goes to any of the top clubs, right? On any of the top informed clubs, let me put it that way. Which is
who would he not start?
2.0, eh?
No. I'm saying he will start, but he's not going to let me ask you this question. If Baleba went to Liverpool, who is he putting on the bench immediately? He's going to have to play a few games here and there, and then the coach is like, you know what? I see how you fit in now.
Fair enough. But that's saying he can't go to the Premier League champions and start. Okay,
like City.
All right, cool. I think he'd start for City. I think he'd start for City.
Who does he bench? Who does he bench at?
I think he'll be Baleba, Rodri, and one more. I guess. I don't need Reinders over Baleba.
Who does he?
I don't need Reinders over Baleba. I'm not.
The thing about if I just interject, I think the thing with Baleba is that if you look at, I think Liverpool. I think City.
People saying he wouldn't start at Chelsea.
Liverpool, City, and I think Chelsea, because I think he would probably be where Caicedo plays, if that makes sense. I think if you look at those three,
there's no guarantee he starts over Zubimendi.
I forgot about Arsenal. See, I even forgot about Arsenal. There you go. But I feel like if you look at the top half, if you look at the top class, the point I'm trying to make though is that I think a lot of the top 4 essentially, I don't think he starts right now. There's guys there that are already either implemented or just a bit more further along.
You know what? Chelsea fans in the comments going a bit crazy. Listen, you're the world champions. Fairs. He doesn't start for the Premier League champions. He doesn't start for the world champions. Yeah, cool. We're all good here now, guys.
Yeah. We understand that. And I think we've got the biggest depth anyway in terms of midfield anyway. So there's no.
Okay, let me just say this though. Enough about Man United. Quickly bringing it back to Chelsea. How big of a blow is Levi Colwill? And do Chelsea now go back into the window, sign another defender? And do you guys think Chelsea are still serious?
The answer to your question is, I'll answer the second part first. Yes, I think we're probably going to sign a centre back, but I think the way that it's going to happen is that I don't think the club wants to lose their cards right. It's right because I feel like the club essentially has brought up a little bit of a PR brief to be we're a bit nonchalant, no need for CV, the stuff like that. But we know deep down here they're probably they're scrambling in the background because I'll be honest, boys. We lost our best centre back, bro. We legit lost our best centre back, bro. For the whole season, essentially.
Can I just say quickly, because obviously we just lost Maddison too, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is like, I think Colwill's kind of a very similar level of impact that he's going to have on Chelsea, because obviously with Colwill, I don't even think he's the best defender, but in terms of passing, I don't think he's Romero, but I think he's like a top 5, top 8 Premier League.
He's a top 5 passer. He's a top 5
passer. Their best centre back.
Top 5. Okay, I'm gonna say he's top 5. Chelsea fans, listen, we need the space.
Listen, I'm not even trying to do that.
Listen, I'm just saying. Let me just quickly ask you, the impact on your build-up play of Colwill getting injured.
It's massive, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's good. I think it's gonna be pretty big, and I'm like, how easy do you think it's gonna be to replicate that? Or am I going over the top? Do you think?
No,
I have a solution.
Part of it, I think. Listen, part of it is that. Listen, I know I like to make jokes about every now and then, but I do think. Listen, Tosin is competent in terms of like ball passing, right? You've obviously now brought in Joe Hato, but still, he's also a great ball passer in terms of passing the ball and stuff like that, right? So you got guys there that can still do that job, but the difference is obviously that Joe Hato is very inexperienced. He's probably going to take a lot of time to embed to you, if you're being honest and fair to Joe. I want to give him enough time as possible. Obviously, Tosin is going to be is he going to be starting regular games? I'm not so sure, particularly against those top 10 sides, because the way that we play, we usually like to play him against like the bottom 10 side of the league usually and stuff like that. Chalobah is not that great of a passer, in my personal opinion. I think he's average at doing so because he's the other centre back that we've got essentially, and so. Listen, if you are going to bring in someone else, you have to bring in someone else that can do a bit of both, can be a good defender and can do that as well. And I think, listen, this is why I've said before. Probably your best option essentially is probably Guy or something of that sort.
Ahmed.
This is the hammer blow to Chelsea. Like Chelsea last season weren't the best defensively, right? They got it together at a crucial time, and I think they had, especially in the final and just in general in the Club World Cup, I thought they were decent. But they've lost their best defender. And Joel Hato coming in, who's played the whole of last season as a fullback, I don't think that's the answer.
Exactly.
This is the hammer blow to Chelsea, make no mistake. And they need to go to the market.
You know what?
Ahmed, hold on.
This could be the opportunity for them to go and further strengthen the defense and be ready with a very solid squad defensive depth going into the following season.
I do wonder, man, because obviously I think Javi Simmons is priority number 1 for us in terms of attack. They
have a Chelsea finite budget.
No, this is what I'm getting to right here. I think they've got money specifically for like Simmons that they've got prepped and to the side, which I think is to do with Jackson related. But I do think this Garnacho deal, right? It might be in jeopardy now, because what might happen is instead of us spending that 30 maybe to 40 million, because guys is valued at 40 million right now, you might just pay that 40 million straight up to Crystal Palace to get that deal done. That might actually be like a real possibility that obviously takes place too.
You know what?
Because Chelsea paid a big fine to UEFA, and they seem like they are trying to rein back their spending a little bit, and they can't go in. And of course, that they're on such a tightrope financially. I think that if now they've got to go in and spend 40-50 million pound on a centre back. That's going to have a knock-on effect to other areas that they may have looked to recruit in.
Let me say this though. Overall, do you guys think Chelsea are going to be in the title race this season?
No chance.
No. I
don't think title race. I kind of did before the Colwill injury. I'll see what they do now with it before I comment, because
couldn't this injury better prepare them for next season?
No, because it's like
why are we talking about the season after this season?
Yes.
That's
we need the current season.
I don't think Chelsea's window of opportunity of winning the league is even close.
You're asking us, but we're talking about this season though. So I'm saying to you, like, it's like when like they can bring in a centre back that can replicate what Colwill does, but then there's like synergy with the team. The fact he's a leader, you know, blah blah blah. The small intangibles,
exactly.
Where it's like that's hard to you can't just replace that. He's got 1 year playing in a Maresca system, so it's like.
One thing,
for
me, I always said this season, I wanted us to be consistent. I want us like to be third, fourth place this season, consistency, and then win one of the Carabao Carabao Cup, FA Cup, or Champions League. One of those three. That's what we should be aiming to win. And I think it still remains the same. Obviously, Cole was a massive blow, but we hopefully we'll bring in someone else that can just replicate the job. Again, I've always said I don't mind bringing in a guy.
Can I say something? We're making it sound like this Levi Colwill's injury has collapsed the entire Chelsea squad. Are we forgetting the quality of players that Chelsea has put together? I think we don't realize the individual brilliance that some of those players have. Let's talk football. Let's talk football and not.
You want to set them up so you can knock them down later.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Enough about Chelsea. We got a lot to talk about today.
Hold on, Igal. Sorry, hold on. Ahmed knows me. I don't do that. I told Ahmed last season. Ahmed, what did I say about Chelsea? I said if Chelsea clicks, and when they do click, they're going to be a problem.
It's not when they do. What they will.
This season, hold on.
This point, just buy your time.
They're never clicking, bro. They're never clicking.
Chelsea, it's not when.
I'm telling you.
They click.
Ahmed, hold on.
Will click, and when they do, they're gonna win everything. We have a problem on our hands with Chelsea.
Yeah, we do.
I think that PSG game has it's recency bias.
Bro, Chelsea's project is the most.
Their project is messed up, bro.
Project.
They don't.
They have a turning dial of players until they get another superstar for 40 million.
Ahmed, let me just say this to you. That PSG game was a snapshot of what that Chelsea team can become. And if that consistency clicks in with how they played against PSG, I guarantee you the league is going to have a problem.
No, but let me tell you something here.
The league, the whole world.
Just to say something real quick. My sample size in judging Chelsea. My sample size in judging Chelsea was last season from when the season started in August, September to wherever it finished in it. I've seen more than enough to know that these guys are in another top four race. They're not in a title race. I've looked at their signings. João Pedro is a good player, but other than that, Gittins is nothing special. They've not really signed anyone that strikes me as oh my days title charge. Now with Ahmed, do you believe that you have the best midfield in terms of you've got Enzo, you've got Caicedo, and you've also got Palmer too. You've got João Pedro.
Guys, breaking news.
This better be good, by the way.
Is it Indicalia?
I hope it's not.
Liverpool paid £1.5 million for Isak right now. They've gone up to one.
No, like legit. Is he released a YouTube video that I'm not aware of? Like what?
They said Fabrizio. That's what everybody's saying. I don't know. Look,
is it good?
If they don't pay the 150, Newcastle is not going to let that guy go. They didn't get
120. That's what we get. That's what we're going for.
But here's the thing: Newcastle have already lost one striker already this season. They're looking to get somebody to replace that striker. And if you guys are going to go for Isak now that they didn't get Sesko, and they're probably now going to haven't even gotten a replacement striker for what's his name that left, Callum Wilson. Like, do you think they're going to agree for 120? They're not. Right now, they're going to hold out as long as they can because they must get a replacement for Callum first, at least. If they can get somebody in for Callum Wilson, who is actually
it sounds like you're putting your version of what you think they're gonna do. They might just buy Jackson and be like, okay, we've got.
You know they're buying that. I can tell. I know right now. Someone was telling Chelsea. Wait. I'm actually just hoping.
Yo, one second. My man Matty's saying Liverpool City title race. I don't think so.
Hold on. See, Jay, what did I just say right now?
Matty's a smart guy. You're saying. Look at Igal Fools. Look at that face.
What happened to Arsenal?
We're across points.
Matty, you've offended Igal. You've offended
All right, guys, 1 second. Let's bring it back. Liverpool.
I just know
Liverpool are going to make a new bid for Alexander Isak. We in the region between 130 to 150, somewhere between there. We don't know exactly how much it's going to be. It's going to be somewhere in that region. I believe. Yeah. The moment Newcastle have their player signed, Isak is most likely going to be a Liverpool player.
That's all I'm saying. I'm like, they will get somebody and then they'll sell Isak. So even if they want to take 125 right now from Liverpool, I think they'll still hold out and still make it like they're negotiating because they need a striker in because again, just because you have the money, it just showed. They outbid Manchester United for Sesko, but Sesko chose Manchester United. So just because you have the money doesn't mean you'll get the striker that you want. So they need to get a striker in, and then
Jackson's fine. They'll buy Jackson.
I'll be honest. Can I give you a hot take? Can I give a hot take about Jackson?
But
I'm gonna give a hot take right now. Yeah, I think Jackson will perform better than Sesko will in his first season. And if you're Newcastle,
I was thinking,
in the short to medium term, he will outperform Sesko. Short to medium term. maybe if Sesko reaches his target of becomes what he's meant to become, obviously outperform Jackson because I think he has a higher ceiling than him. But in the first season, second season, Jackson will outperform him.
Does he have? I mean, like he's probably got a better ceiling. Like I think the thing is with all these younger, unqualified. I mean, we got Gyökeres too. You know, I've just come back from Spain, right? And I was on my way to the airport and I was watching the Arsenal friendly. I was hate watching in preseason, and I'm watching it, and for like 5 minutes in, Pepe scored. I was like, this. I had no one to celebrate with. I was just like, this is fabulous. and I'm watching Arsenal, right? And I'm watching Gyökeres. So, Igal, we can talk about everyone else's new number 9, but you know, I said to you before, your number 9 looks heavy. I said he weighs too many kg.
Oh my God!
Remember, guys, before it even started, I said this guy.
He's calling him fat, bro. He's calling him fat.
Listen, I'm not calling him fat. I'm calling him round.
95 kilos. What he said was it 95 kilos?
He's got that foot, bro. He's got that full crook physique. He's the Lionel Messi of full crooks.
Let them speak. Let them speak. The moment he scores a winner and he takes off that shirt, you're gonna see that everything he's saying.
I'm gonna start calling him chunks. You know.
The thing is the second he scores and takes his shirt off, I've won. Means I got to him. He's trying to prove me wrong. I win.
I'm winning the way.
All right. You see, the Liverpool whole Isak section has now been condensed to a total of how many minutes before we even started mentioning Arsenal? You mentioned Arsenal 3 minutes into Liverpool signing Isak conversation.
We'd actually.
You guys want to talk about Arsenal, or do you just want to ignore the whole Liverpool?
Can we listen? I'm just going to say something quickly about Liverpool, then we can move on. But listen, until Newcastle got a striker, there's going to be no movement on Isak. It's really that simple.
And you know what the new report is? Tottenham want Jackson in the case that.
Listen, man, I like a bidding war. Man. If I can get my 8 million for Jackson,
that's
let's make it happen, baby.
Now listen, you guys know me very well, yeah. I've been with Tottenham through thick and thin, through the trenches, through battering. But if my team pony up 80 million for Nicholas Jackson, I might be finished. You know, it might be a wrap. It could be over, you know.
Listen, Jackson's a good player. But Ahmed knows at the start of last season when Jackson started off really well, I was happy for him because the season before.
Is Jackson better than Richarlison? Yes.
Anyway, the point is, I think Jackson is a good player who can cause chaos. Like I don't think he's an 80 million pound player, but I also didn't think that Sesko was an 80 million pound. I didn't think Gyökeres was whatever Arsenal.
The problem is you need to look at the market. That's why I always say, guys, the
market
dictates the price. The market dictates the price, boys. You know,
maybe I'm being unrealistic.
Arsenal paid 55 million pounds for Gyökeres, plus the add-ons.
Listen, me and I felt in Arsenal did their job early. We did our job early. We got down for drink early.
He's not a sorry. Can I just really quickly say in the comment section? In the comment section, there's a person called NeuroBeats, and they're saying that I'm not a real fan because I said this thing about Jackson. NeuroBeats, let me ask you this question: if you had a friend, that was doing stupid things, let's say your friend was sticking Maltesers up his ass, would you continue to support them in friendship?
Jeez,
or would you say, hey, maybe I stop hanging out with the guy that sticks Maltesers in his ass? That's what this is.
Why are you putting chocolate up his ass? Listen, enough about chocolate and everything else. Ahmed, are you there?
How did we get here?
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
All right, bro. Let's talk about.
I'm always here.
Because I know everyone wants to talk about Arsenal. Before we talk about Arsenal, let me quickly talk about some transfer news, because I've seen some transfer news. First things first. I'm not even going to talk about this. Let's not mention that.
The Ballon d'Or thing.
Let's not. What?
Who's that? Oh, David Ryan.
He got nominated. That's it.
Oh, okay.
She could actually win the female Ballon d'Or, but I doubt it.
Who is she?
Don't worry about that. We'll talk about Russo in another show. As for now, Sambi Lokonga, if Arsenal cannot afford to get Sambi Lokonga off on a permanent. He will be available for loan at the end of the window. Next,
what's going on with Burr? I thought
we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this in a second.
He's
Let me
cooking.
get through
Let
this.
Burr cook.
I have a lot to get through, guys. 1 second. I have a lot to get through. Of course, Arsenal trying to move on Leandro Trossard. He could leave. At the start of the window, there were positive talks over a new contract. It didn't get nailed down, and now they're going to see if they can move him. Over the past 5 days, there's a chance that he goes. So let's wait and see. Reece Nelson, Fulham have approached for Reece Nelson on a loan. Arsenal, of course, want an obligation, but even then, it's a stretch. It could potentially be stretched too far. Let's see what happens with that. I'm kind of butchering some of the stuff. Martinelli's not going nowhere. There's no point of me even reading it. I already know that. As for Eze, look at this. Samuel McBell says, I think Eze to Arsenal will happen? As of today, I would say not happening. Where I think there might be leeway if, of course, Leandro Trossard is sold, but Eze could be available as a multifunctional forward. So that's that. Anthony Gordon to Arsenal is not happening because of Isak to Liverpool, most likely. Once again, just reiterating that he thinks that the value that Palace have for the player could be an obstacle at this moment in time. So we'll have to wait and see. What else is there? Did you guys hear about this report earlier today? Reports that obviously Arsenal are interested in Rodrygo, genuinely interested. The stumbling block is, of course, his wages. He's currently on 250K per week. And Arsenal would want a loan with an obligation.
Let's look at the source's name. Latte Firm. You know?
Well, it's Samuel McBell from BBC.
He's giving his.
He's actually quite sensible. That guy.
Not McBell. If you look at what he's
Latte Firm. He's an Arsenal guy.
Okay, and then finally, in case you want to see one more, Greg Jacobs is the guy who actually originally reported it earlier today.
Gary Jacobs pretty good.
Yeah, but Gary Jacobs pretty good. I'll give him that. I'll give you that though. That one.
All right. So with all that being said, do you guys want to continue talking about Arsenal transfers?
Yeah, absolutely. That hasn't changed a damn thing.
You know what, man? I want to ask you guys something because I was watching the Dan Pot show actually today on while I was at work actually, funnily enough, and I was seeing you getting impressed about preseason and stuff like that, man. So I want to hear your thoughts on the preseason game, man.
Hold on. Before Igal answers the question, before Igal answers preseason. I do want to say,
AC Milan, their season is over. Liverpool lost the preseason game to AC Milan.
No. I don't actually know what the force of the game. I don't watch the preseason games, innit? So I was asked about performances. That's all.
Again, preseason where you're subbing 6 players halfway through the game.
Don't do that. I watched your game.
No, you don't do that. Because you lost 4-0 Bayern today.
Yeah, and we beat you. What are you talking about? Why are you talking about?
Do you know why I won't judge you on it? Hold on. Do you know why I won't judge you on it?
Why you
and you got slapped today. 4-0.
I don't care.
Listen, I don't care if Bayern Munich. You lost to us.
The other thing, I don't care if you lost or not. My point is, even watching your game, I saw some positives because I know it's preseason. So I'm like, okay, this guy is working on some things here. You can see what Tottenham is doing. Yes, they might concede goals, which means that they now know they have to do certain things in training to not allow those kind of goals going. And that's what preseason is for. So to sit here and take a preseason game and then want to use it as a yardstick, it just, for me, it's personal nonsense.
Okay. Do you guys want to talk about transfers, or do you guys want to strictly go to?
Wait, no, we don't. Let us talk about Arsenal. Come on.
I seen Ahmed. You're cheeky, bro. Man,
we're talking about everybody
on TikTok.
That's what we
making fun of Gyökeres. I see Jay making fun of Gyökeres. I see you guys making fun of Arsenal's preseason.
I'm not.
You guys be prepared for the first game of the season when Arsenal whooped Manchester's ass.
Listen, you've got United. You've got United away. First game of the season, yeah. Not like that's a tough first game of the season. United are gonna come out flying, yeah. I'm saying you bought Gyökeres. I watched him in that game, yeah. That guy, unless Arteta starts tweaking some stuff, he's gonna starve in this formation. because I watched how little of the ball he got. Because I watched the game. I'm not going off agenda or anything. I watched the game. I watched how he played, and I'm like, this guy's going to starve unless Arteta swaps out because he's not getting enough of the ball, and he's technically not. No, hold on. He's technically not that good. That when he's getting these little balls and he's not linking the play like that, he can do it, but he's not elite.
Gyökeres.
Yes, bro. I'm watching this guy play.
Let me address this. You watched one game of an Arsenal striker. Arsenal has not had a proper out-and-out number 9. No, let me finish. I let you speak. Don't interrupt me.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't really. You kind of waited for a moment that I stopped talking for a second, and then you jumped in.
Right,
there's a sole difference. Just to finish off before you go in, you have no more data than I do. I saw him versus Spurs, and I saw him versus Villarreal. So I've seen
saw him for 60 minutes.
Right. Okay. So my point is,
let me finish. Don't
hold on. Okay. My point is that okay, the optimism that you're basing yours off is based.
You don't know what I'm basing. You've not had
any optimism you have is based off zero data.
It's not
okay, you know something? I have turned into a philosopher.
Like, listen, any point that you
no, just make your point. Make your point. You can't make
Jay, I'm sorry for interrupting you.
You want to defend the player based off no
I'm
data.
Not defending any player.
Oh my fucking days! Let me make my point. Like, listen, whatever you want to say is going to be based off nothing. Even if you think that I've got an agenda, I'm basing it off some minutes of actually watching it. Yes, it might be agenda, but you're basing your optimism off nothing because you've got no data to support the view that you're about to make.
All right, so my view is very simple.
I'm going to wait to respond to Ahmed.
So my view is very simple. This is not even about data or no data. This is an Arsenal team that have never played with an out-and-out number 9 since Aubameyang. It is clear that it's going to take time for that to be formed, regardless of what anybody says. We've played with different types of number 9s and not an out-and-out number 9 since Aubameyang. You know how long that has been? And the system that has been implemented over the last 3 seasons has always been a false 9, or, and in that role, what would happen is you're going to ease Gyökeres somehow into it or make the team more vertical to play to his strengths. So to sit here and use a 1 game and a 10-minute cameo to say, oh, based off of this data, that's the same data I have. But I, as an Arsenal fan, can tell you that I know that the team played in a different style in some minutes of those games where they played a little more vertical, trying to get the ball to him. It didn't get to him, but I saw it. So it's very simple to say we are going to adapt to a different style. Arteta 2022-2023 played a certain style, free-flowing football. The next season, tried to play control. So this tells me that the manager is capable of adapting because I've seen him adapt different styles over the last 3 seasons. Simple. That's all I wanted to say. So I'm not judging on data.
All right. Can I say one thing? Absolutely. Guys, listen to this because this is philosophy in its own sense. Whatever I just said. Raf, where are you? Why aren't you on camera?
I'm making strawberries and cream.
Okay.
Carry on. I'll be back in a second.
Wait.
I'm just gonna say this before anybody else goes. Preseason has not been as entertaining as the preseason of 2022-2023. We have not been scoring free-flowing football, seeing everything we want to see. But at the same time, we have seen a bunch of players getting opportunities that necessarily don't always get opportunities. We've been seeing a lot of these guys getting back up to fitness and using preseason as an opportunity to try to acclimatize players who have not played in this team before. This is what preseason has been about. And I do think there is some level of criticism that can be made. And at the end of the day, if you guys want to say, hey, you don't have anything in this preseason to be very positive about, fair. If I'm a glass half full kind of guy, and at this moment in time, I can't add more water into it. But the people who are pessimistic, they can definitely pour more water out of their cup because of.
I just want to say something, And that's
about their prerogative. I choose not to listen to that because we haven't seen the best 11 yet.
Yeah, I just want to say something about Arsenal and their preseason, because I actually said this on many times. Me, when it comes to preseason, I don't look too much into it. Do you get it? Preseason's preseason. It's not going to be an indicator. If someone wins every single game of their preseason and they play the best football you've seen in a while, it's not always going to translate in a Premier League where you can't tinker too much, you can't overcomplicate things, because I've said that so many times that there's points on the line and you're going to be facing against a lot harder teams twice, Man City and Liverpool. Do you get it? Pre-season is not an indicator at all. Shouldn't really be looking into it too much. Now, with Gyökeres, yeah, obviously I can easily banter him and call him Victor, whatever, all these names in it. But you guys have your striker. He's got a level of expectation for him to deliver. He has to deliver. Whether I'm a United fan or a Liverpool fan or whatever fan, any rival fan, it's fair to say.
Deliver in his first 2
No. But the reason why, Igal, I'm saying he has to deliver is because for the longest we've been hearing that Arsenal are lacking a striker. They're lacking a proven goal scorer. They need a goal scorer. They need someone who to put the ball in the back of the net. Everyone said this is arguably one of the best strikers in Europe right now. Look at his goal tally. You've bought him. And he has to deliver. I'm not saying he has to score 30 goals. I said it. Even if he scores 14 goals, but then 14 goals are against some teams that actually decide whether you guys can actually win the league or not. Games where you need someone to do something out of nothing. If he gets you 14 goals and then 14 goals leads you to a title, then that's money well spent. But he still needs to deliver.
I agree with you, but from a couple preseason games,
he's not judging.
I never said he's trash, by the way. I'm not saying he's.
I'm just saying, off the back of the preseason performances, I'm seeing a lot of people jump into conclusions. Maybe some majority of it is banter. But even if he was to have scored 4 goals in the last 60 minutes that he had, yes, it would be promising signs, but there's no guarantee it would translate to the league.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I said preseason.
I'm simply saying, at this moment in time, there's promising signs with the movement that he's had on and off the ball, and what I've seen in the short time that I've seen from him. At this moment in time, I'm like, you know what? Let's see where it goes. We're gonna have to I think other clubs.
Let's see where it goes.
You know what the issue is?
No, because I'm sitting here. I'm being logical. I'm tempering expectations because some of the expectations have been risen to a level where it's if you don't bag 20 goals, you're shit. If you don't bag this, you're shit. It's like
how many goals should be your talisman striker? What are we doing here?
Go. Again, I think people just want to, when it comes to Arsenal,
just going to raise the bar every time.
It's not raise the bar. They just want to banter. Everything you say comes out through the megaphone of banter without you actually looking at the player. Look, we saw Haaland, right? When he first came to Man City, his first game, missed the sitter. We saw people online, GoBridge, saying, this guy won't score 15 goals this season. And when the season kicked off, we saw what he did. Again, stop. Let me finish, please. Again,
don't use outliers to prove your point. Using the best striker of the last 10 years to validate the point you're making.
I'm using the highest goal scorer for the last 2 seasons in all of Europe right now, who actually even still got nominated for a Ballon d'Or, which I don't think he should have, but he's been nominated for it because of the number he put up. I'm not the one who put him there. UEFA put him up there. Right? So there's something there. My question is, I don't care if he doesn't touch the ball for 30 minutes. If he misses clear sitters, then I'll be like, we bought a dog. When he gets a clear sitter and he puts it in the back of the net like a number 9 that he is, that's all I'm asking you to do. We do the work, we give you the ball, you get in front of the post, and you put it in the back of the net. Can he put the ball in the back of the net? I would say yes. At least in the Champions League, he did it. In 11 games, 8 goals. If I'm not mistaken, was it 11 games or 7 games, 8 goals, something random by Champions League. And in his own league, he did it. So my job for him is I don't need you to drop back and hold link play because now that's all you guys are talking about. He doesn't look, he's not linking the play.
No.
Okay, bully the defender, put the ball in the back of the net. Do your job.
Okay, so but just let this be a back and forth so you can go again. One, you say all of this, and I look at some of his goals, and when I watch him, he's running into space. He's playing on transition. You're going to play a lot. You're going to play a lot against more low. Oh, yeah, but you're playing against more low and mid blocks. Where is the proven track record that he can deliver against those?
This is why I said I answered that question earlier. I said that this is where the manager has to be more dynamic.
Right? And even to the point. And also just on these two little points. One, where's the evidence that you're going to create a high level of chances for him? Yeah, where is the evidence? You're not even as far as I was aware last season. You weren't super high in open play chance creation. So where all the sort of so where all this because let's not forget. Let's not forget about the transition to a lot of set pieces. So my point
What's
to
that
you
pieces?
is this,
What's that pieces? Let me answer that question that you said now, so that you don't pile it up, because I'm going to forget.
right?
Bukayo Saka, by the time he got injured in December, in the league had created the most big chances that we did not put away. That was in the league. Do you know who was second as of December? Mo Salah. Bukayo Saka was gone for 3 months, came back and became the second person.
Who takes your corners?
Hey,
Who takes your corners and free kicks?
listen, again, you
Declan
asked
Rice takes half
No,
of
because
them.
the point I'm saying is open play.
Listen,
Open play.
Again,
Open
Saka doesn't
play.
take free
You
kicks.
think this whole, by the way, this whole thing, no, but this whole thing span, because I said unless Arsenal change the way they play, Gyökeres is going to starve in that formation, and then this is where we're at now. Because
No,
I
but
made
Jay,
that one comment.
you're coming to this conclusion.
I didn't
Jay,
say he was crap.
You're coming to
All I
this
said is,
conclusion with him
if
playing with
Arsenal don't change
Moreno,
the way they play,
Norgard,
he's
and
gonna starve.
Ethan.
And look at where we are now.
No, Jay, I hear you, but you're also coming to this conclusion off the back of watching
I'm
him
not coming
playing
to any
with
conclusion,
Norgard,
but you're going to have to change the way you play to get the
No,
most
but
out
Jay,
of Gyökeres.
hear me out.
He's
Please,
not going
please
to
hear
do
me
well.
out. Please hear me out. If you're going to watch somebody playing with Norgard, Ethan, and Mikel Moreno as their midfield, and then you're going to say we're going to have to change how we play, and then you go back to the Tottenham game and you see us changing how we play, but using Havertz as a striker.
Right?
Did you not see us going long with Havertz? Did you not see us giving it to Havertz on the
100%,
transition?
100%. I saw you guys switch you guys play more direct. Yeah.
Okay, so is that not changing the game?
Yes, but what I'm trying to say is, even with playing direct, yeah, I don't see Gyökeres getting a huge amount of chances.
Okay.
He still needs to be
I just got pulled
involved.
off because I'm too loud, but I'm just going to simply say this. Ahmed, I hear your point that people were getting on to me about preseason, but the reason why they're getting on to me is because I'm not really reading into the negatives from this preseason.
Because you know what I would say this. You know why I asked you this, Isak? Because I'm going to use an example of like Chelsea when we finished top, and I'm going to use the preseason of that period. The reason why I'm going to use that is because we were losing the games, of course, right? But I always say sometimes preseason can be a good indicator of where things are going in terms of like the behavior of the players, maybe even the way you're playing in terms of like style of play. That's why I always ask these questions. I'm not saying necessarily preseason is always going to be a barometer, but it can also be like,
what year?
Or like it was the season we finished 12th, which was like only just 3 seasons ago.
You won the Champions League. Your preseason was almost crap as well. So what are we talking about here? But you went on to win the Champions League.
God, Dio, I used my own team, and you're cooking me for using my own team.
Hold on. Last season, Liverpool lost to Preston in the closed door match at preseason and went on to win the league. What are we doing here?
Are we talking about the preseason?
How did Liverpool play though? What if Liverpool?
What the season after? The season after.
The season after the Champions League.
When Tuchel left, when we finished 12th, bro. When we finished 12th.
Are we talking about the preseason after or before the Champions League?
Like
after, 2 seasons after it goes.
Look, today Spurs got slapped by Bayern. Yeah, that game made me realize, wow, like we miss a few players. We're miles off a top team. Yeah, I'm not going away from this game saying, oh, it's just preseason. I'm like, that game was a somewhat snapshot of where my team is at. You don't have to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna then walk into the season and assume everything's hunky dory after getting smashed up by Bayern. So if you guys want to disregard preseason,
nobody's saying is hunky dory. What I'm saying is, I can't judge my first 11 playing the way they should play when my coach changes 2 players at halftime, 6 players at the 65th minute, 2 goalkeepers. Like, there's no me. This is just me now looking at it. Okay, I'm just seeing what each individual is bringing. Are they fit? Don't get injured. Like, at this point, I can't really genuinely say, oh, this is my first 11 and this is what they're going to do when the season starts. Hence why I don't knock preseason on the head over my players. Now, if a player misses an empty sitter in preseason, I'm like, yo, dude, the team did everything to get you to an open play in front of an empty net. This player has a problem. That I can criticize. But if I look at how the team played generally with all the multiple changes, Max Dallman cannot even play officially till December. So him wowing everybody in preseason, he's still not going to kick a ball for Arsenal till December officially. Okay. So it doesn't matter how good he did in preseason. He's not going to be. So my point
would that not worry you?
So my point is preseason for me is a period where I think, based on the things that I know and the managers I've spoken to who train like little semi-pro teams here. Say it's a period for them to actually get fitness together, work together as a team. It doesn't matter what the scoreline is, as long as the little things that they need to fix, they can see that.
Can I say one more thing? Have you guys all seen at least 9 out of your starting 11 this preseason?
Yeah.
Have you seen 9 out of your starting 11 playing together?
Yeah.
He's asking this question.
I'm gonna
because
find out
he's gonna
tomorrow.
turn around
I'm gonna
and
find out
say-
tomorrow. I'm
He's
gonna
going to
find out
say,
tomorrow.
Arsenal, we haven't had 9.
Well, my thing,
Arsenal,
my
we
thing,
haven't had 6.
bro. That's it. If your players are,
That's why you
listen,
asked that question.
that's what
My
I'm saying.
point is,
if your
this
players are
preseason
fit,
for Arsenal is not about building
Well, it is.
contingencies for
but
the
listen,
starters.
if Gabriel and Timber were fit, they'd be playing right now. They're not fit, so they're not playing. It's like Kulusevski not playing.
Gabriel played
I'm not-
last game.
Pardon?
He played 45 minutes.
Yeah, Gabriel came on, but what I'm saying is these players against us, when you played Spurs, that was pretty close to your strongest team in terms of what was available.
No, it wasn't.
In what way wasn't it? Pull up the team that you
That
started
was
against
nowhere
Spurs.
near our starting
Pull
11.
up the team that you started against Spurs.
Okay, I will.
Right. So what I'm trying to say to you is that, like, I'm not trying to say that Arsenal won't be good, but everything that you guys are saying is leaning towards Havertz starting against United. Everything that you guys have said today indicates to me that Havertz starts as number 9 against.
Oh,
against
how is that?
United.
None of us have said that at all. You've basically just taken
No,
everything.
it is, because if you're telling me Gyökeres needs time, and you're telling me that we need to adapt, you need to obviously adapt, and you will adapt, and things is, if you're going into a difficult game away from home against Man United, would the logical thing not to go with Havertz?
Okay, so when I say,
To be fair to Jay, that was a very strong team versus your team.
Exactly.
Hold on, Jay. What do you mean by, like, if you say this, that means that it means this? No. What I
No,
said,
I'm saying, because
Havertz,
if you
by the
say
way,
that,
pulled up
the
the
thing is,
image.
logically, why would you then put that player
I
into the
said-
starting lineup away
my
against
God.
Man United if you know there's an adaptation period?
All right.
Why
I
wouldn't you start
I
Havertz?
simply said again. I said this is a team that has not played with a striker, a focus
Okay.
point striker since Aubameyang, and that they will work on that. And of course, right now in preseason, they're like, all right, do this hold of play, do this, stand here. Let's see what we can do. Let's see how to ping balls. This is what managers do.
Okay, let's play a game.
Come in and be like, oh yeah, boom, take it, and just start running helter skelter. The point is, they will be ready for Manchester United. They will have, and these guys are professionals. All it takes is say, listen, don't overlap anymore. You do an underlap so that your crest.
Okay, let's play a game. Let's play a game because
Yeah,
everybody likes to do this for other teams. Let's do it for our own team, okay? The game is very simple. The game is something you're excited about and something you're worried about, okay? For your team. Okay? And I think each person should be able to give me one thing they're excited about and one thing they're worried about. And we can go around as a circle, and people in the chat, you can also do the same thing. And going into the new season, Ahmed, what's one thing you're worried about? And I'm talking about Manchester United, Ahmed, and one thing you're excited about for Manchester United.
One thing I'm excited about is to see Diallo play with Xerxes and Cunha. One thing I'm worried about is that fraud of a manager, Ruben Amorim. That's what I'm.
Can I ask a question? Sorry, go. Yeah, I asked this question yesterday, Ahmed. I just don't understand how you can have a certain expectation, but then also not believe in the manager. For me, it doesn't.
Okay,
make sense,
don't
bro.
elaborate.
You know what I mean?
Don't elaborate.
No, bro, are you not
Managers-
surprised
managers
Arsenal fans expect us
sabotage
to
the
win the league, but they
expectation,
don't rate the manager?
It just doesn't make sense to me, man.
No, it's
For
very
me,
easy to
wrong is
understand.
not- All right, go ahead.
No, it's
Listen.
very easy to understand, right? The team that we can all establish that this team that finished 15th, the level is not 15th. Can we all agree? We can all agree, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Okay, all right.
I mean, statistically it is, but yeah, no.
the team that we now, yeah, this isn't a 15th place team.
All right, okay. So where do we think, yeah? So last season, so this season, yeah, where do you think on paper, based on paper, yeah, where we should be finishing? Just on paper, forget about the manager, on paper. Top 6? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah,
Top 6. Do you believe that Amorim can get us top 6 after finishing 15th?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Get back in Europe, you're good.
Yo,
No,
Ahmed,
I'm saying, yeah.
say
Based
what
on what you,
You finished 15th. bro.
Ahmed, you asked the question. You said, do I think that do
Yeah.
we think Amorim, like, I personally, based off what I know from what I've looked at with Amorim and the players you have now, I think Amorim gets you top 5 this season.
So, what were you excited
Top
about again?
five.
By the way,
I was
Top five is
Oh.
Top 5 is Champions League football. Top 5 is Champions
you're
League football.
excited about
basically.
Ahmad.
It's going to be tough.
I'm excited about. I mean, I say I don't really want him playing wing back, but listen, I'm excited about. See, it just made me depressed again. Listen, what can I
Isn't
say?
it funny how you guys used to call Saka wing back? Now your boy is a wing back.
Yeah, but he's playing as a wing back, but not because he wants to. He's just forced to, isn't it? Well, I'm confused. What's Saka got to do with it?
No, because Manchester United fans used to call Saka left back as a joke.
Oh, as a left wing back. Yeah, but bro, listen, they always my
Anyways,
guy, bro.
I hear it. Let's go to Liverpool quickly. Rack, what's one thing you're excited about? One thing you're worried about? And don't do the nonchalant. I'm not worried about nothing. Jake gimmick.
Nonchalant? No. I mean, we touched on it in the previous stream. Like, I'm excited about our front line. Like whether Isak comes or not, I'm still excited because I think Wirtz is gonna link everything together, man. I think that guy's gonna be the connector. That's why whilst I'm a little bit concerned that there's been a lot of change, I think he makes that change easier to adapt to because he's so smart. I think he's gonna be his pressing game is good. He still has to adapt to England, so there's a little bit of concern there. But yeah, I think that and the thing that I'm a little bit concerned about is how quick we can find the balance between attack and defense. Because yeah, I think Gravenberch was great last year, but I don't know if he has the defensive steel to kind of safeguard that attacks against our back four or our main centre back. So that's my concern. Balance between attack and defense.
Would you still Harvey Elliott to Tottenham?
Yeah, I mean, I'd still Harvey Elliott to anyone who's paying most money.
Fair. Quickly before we go on to Chelsea and De Jong.
I like Harvey Elliott, but I think he's Slot obviously doesn't rate him to that same level, and he's a Liverpool fan. I want him to do well. So I'm not saying in a negative sense. But I know what you mean. I'm like, makes sense for all parties that he goes, and so therefore it's just about the money.
Yeah, that's something I was just laughing because you're like the highest bidder is what you wanted. You're like, yo, I mean, I like
moment of silence for Newcastle when they lose Isak to Liverpool. Next, Jay, today you just got a massive defeat. You could end up going into the PSG game. Do you play another game before then?
We're on to Dyer. Dyer didn't give a positive and negative.
Pardon?
Dyer didn't give a positive and negative.
No, I haven't gone to him yet. I'm just talking about Tottenham now.
I thought you're going to go around the circle.
You're going around.
Yeah, I'm going to Jay because I want to save Arsenal so we can do it together.
I think maybe because they can do Arsenal together.
Miguel just wants to copy your homework. Miguel just wants to copy.
We talk about Arsenal all the time. This shows.
Yeah, wants to tag team in. You want to tag partner?
We talk about Arsenal all the time. This shows about all the clubs.
Yeah. Nice, thank you. Make sure the Europa League champions gets their shine. I love that.
Europa League champions.
Are you confident for Wednesday, Jay? Are you confident for Wednesday?
You know what?
Super Cup champions.
Jay, before you continue, congratulations. Actually, I haven't seen you since you guys won.
Thank you.
And I'm not bantering you. Congrats. It's a trophy, and it's a massive.
I know it's genuine. Because Arteta had 3 opportunities to win it and couldn't. So I know it's a difficult trophy to win.
It is.
Thank you. But obviously, tongue in cheek. Today was a slap in the face. Yeah, it's okay. It's better for this to happen in preseason. And going into the PSG game, I don't want us to embarrass ourselves. The world will be watching. There's a lot of stuff. The Maddison injuries absolutely killed us. Creatively, we got Maddison out, we got Kulu out, we had Slanky out, we got Udogie out. So we've got 4 first-team players out at the moment. Kudus and Palhinha, they're good additions. We need a lot more.
Palhinha had a stinker, I was hearing.
Yeah, but it's one of these things where the guy hasn't played really regular football for a long time. So I'm not overly worried about the performance. Wasn't good, but if you look at preseason as a whole. The Arsenal game was good. The Newcastle game was decent. This game was terrible. So bit of a mixed bag. But, you got to give the manager time. the thing I'm looking forward to is we look like we've got some structure, and we look like we'll be difficult to beat. I think. Thing I'm not sure on is in terms of Frank is now going from being a mid-block manager to being a manager who needs to coach constantly front foot football, and that's going to take a little bit, I think, of an adjustment. And also,
do you miss Ange?
No, listen, it's very easy to be like have an emotional response when you lose 4-0. Do you know what I mean? It's very easy to be like, so I think obviously I appreciate Ange was a front foot manager. He wants to win. He wants to do this and that. I appreciate what he did for the club. Would I have sacked him? I don't really know, but I'm happy with Thomas Frank, and he needs time to deliver what he's trying to do.
Did I miss? Did you mention what you're worried about?
Yeah, I'm worried about our ability to basically not score goals, but kind of score goals. A little bit similar to Arsenal, like in terms of, like, for example, when I was watching Arsenal, for example, Arsenal didn't score against us, and against Villarreal, it was a penalty and a corner. So it's like we haven't scored a huge amount in pre-season. I know Arsenal haven't, but you can obviously score goals. So I don't know whether it's going to improve or whether or not what I'm seeing is what I'm actually going to get. So I don't really know. The optimist in me is
And what are you excited about again? Defending.
I'm excited about the fact that we look solid. Well, apart from today, and we look like we can duel.
It's almost like you need the best of both worlds from Ange and.
It's like we need Frank off the ball and Ange on the ball.
So why don't you just bring Ange back and have Frank and both of them work together?
Because it's you bring in all these coaches and you're looking for an improvement. I remember watching Maresca lose 4-0 to Celtic in pre-season last season, and Chelsea were losing like all their pre-season games.
Urahachi was killing us.
You know what? Chelsea's expectations are different though.
No, but what I'm saying is it's like I know there's going to be a learning curve, but we should be pretty solid. Like, I reckon hopefully we can get set pieces and stuff to carry us through while we're a bit trash. But I'm a bit worried about our ability to create and stuff like that.
Fair enough. Let's see who you bring in. Ahmed. Chelsea Ahmed.
We're on the same page.
Chelsea Ahmed. Don't worry. Chelsea Ahmed. Question. What are you excited about? What are you worried about? And were you one of those people who were at the stadium yesterday?
Yeah, I actually went to the stadium yesterday. I went to the event. It's a nice little event, obviously. Got to back the club, of course. You know what I mean? It's
proper Chelsea.
Listen,
did you get the Club World Cup shirt?
I actually have the shirt, but I brought it before, obviously, the Club World Cup badge. So, like, I haven't actually gone back in to stick it on. If that makes sense.
Where's your shirt sponsor, by the way? Just curious, not in.
We have basically we have like we've got we're in negotiations and final negotiations, like 3 of them. One of them allegedly is a Qatar Airways. So listen, we're trying to basically what happened was because we won the Club World Cup, we decided we've got to renegotiate now for a bigger meatier price. That's all that happened, man. So that's what the club is doing. You know how it is.
Look at this. Is it come December? It's going to become December. Chelsea are about to close a deal with Qatar Airways.
To be fair, they've missed out on 3 years. You've missed out on 3 years on potential.
2 years.
It's like a year and a half. Yeah. It's a year and a half, basically, if I'm not mistaken, stuff like that. But obviously, it was a great event. Enjoyed it. Saw the players. Great to see some of the new signings too. Lovely event. 1 hour. And now there you go, man. But for me, positive. Like, I'll start with the negative. Though I think obviously the little worry I have this season is just obviously defensively now. Obviously, what's happened right now. I'm hoping obviously that can be rectified. Even if we don't get a CB, in my personal opinion, I like to trust that Maresca has a plan. We've had guys that have already played a few times, and obviously a Champong's played quite a bit. Hato maybe the manager's able to get a tune out of him, maybe that to help him speed one there. But we'll see what happens. But in terms of like my positives, I'm looking forward to our attack, bro. Obviously Palmer. I'm looking forward to seeing Delac. I'm looking forward to seeing Del Pedro. Javi Simmons is about to come into the team too, right? You know what I mean? You even got Esteval coming in. You know what I mean? The season as well. So you've got a lot of attacking options here where you're salivating to see what they can produce for you, man. So that's one thing I will say, man, in my personal opinion. And let me not even forget my favorite midfielder, upper midfielder, Andre Santos. We're gonna be eating good this season, man. Big up to him.
There you go. And before we go any further, you guys know I somehow get into controversy online over comments I make.
I wonder why, man.
You guys agree with my statement because fans disagree.
Oh,
don't
leave us down. Tell us the statement first. Yeah.
The statement is right here. Wolfie asked me, Arsene Wenger at his worst or Arteta at his best? And listen to what I said.
Arsene Wenger in his last iteration of Arsene Wenger is still better than Arteta in his best iteration.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
God.
What? Can you repeat that?
Reaction over the top. I simply said Arsene Wenger's worst is not better than Arteta right now. Simple.
I mean,
That's true. That's true.
No, I take Arteta comfortably over end of life.
Arteta at his right now, or Arsene Wenger is his worst at Arsenal.
Jay, you didn't say end of life.
Hold on. But then it's like if you gave Wenger like modern scouting and development and Arteta's budget, then on that side
that changes things then. But again, we have to look at it.
No, but we're simply speaking about Arsene Wenger last season at Arsenal or Arteta right now. Who would you rather have?
But the quality of player and squad that you had was it not that also? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but also that was based off of what the manager wanted. Arsene Wenger was the kind of person who you would have Mesut Ozil, then sell him and bring in you have Santi Cazorla, you let him go. Imagine keeping Santi Cazorla that season and bringing in Mesut Ozil. You have a stronger squad. But the thing is,
do you know what's a good example is Xabi Alonso and Ancelotti is a good example of this kind of thing, because I was quite critical of Ancelotti last season, in terms of how he set the team up and stuff. And this season, Real Madrid have got a progressive, forward-thinking, super tactical manager. So let's see what this super tactical manager can do. Yeah, let's see how he works out the same problems that Ancelotti had. Let's see how he shares the minutes out amongst
He'll end the same way. I think.
The problem said was Arsene Wenger at the end, towards the end of his tenure at Arsenal, was nowhere near his best. Where
but is that purely down to him, or is it the quality of player?
Than this version of him. Simple.
But can I make an argument? Wait, before you go.
Hold on.
One comment. And the rest is yours, yeah. But I think I said this actually recently on a show myself. I was like, is there really a difference between the end of era Wenger, where you were consistently somewhat getting top four, you was getting an FA Cup pretty much here and there, than what you're getting with Arteta right now?
Yeah, there's a big, massive difference. Consistency.
Is there that much of a difference? For me, my argument is that there's not that much of a difference. Barring the challenging part.
Ahmed,
we're expected to win the league.
Ahmed, for you as a rival, right? For you as a rival, is there no difference? Let me ask you a question. When Wenger was getting top four, did you ever say, "Oh, Wenger could win the league at the end of his term life"? No, everybody said Arsenal.
I always used to say Arsenal always are 2 and 3 players away.
From top four, from making top four. So again, the difference is with Arteta. People are saying Arteta must win the league or he should be sacked. There's a big difference in the standards that you're giving these two people right now. Now, Arsene Wenger is a great manager, and he deserves all his plaudits and his flowers. I'm not taking anything away from my manager. That is my manager. We share the same birthday, October 22nd, right? That's my dude, Arsene Wenger. But at the end of his tenure, we stopped. I mean, we were out of Champions League for how long? For how long?
Arteta literally got 84 points, 89 points, Champions League quarterfinal, Champions League semi-final.
Leave the points. I even want to leave the points out of it. This guy came in Champions League that we had not been in for how long? Came back, made a quarterfinal the first time, made a semi-final the second time. I'm not saying he's better than Wenger because of that, but I'm saying current form of Mikel Arteta is at least a lot more productive. Like, I'm in the conversations of, oh, you're challenging for the title. We were never in that conversation in Wenger's last term.
Arsene Wenger was getting destroyed by relegation teams back then.
You know, so my thing is,
let's not. I mean, I wouldn't be that. I think that's quite disrespectful. But
I would also say
No, but I don't know why you'd say like anyone can look at individual. Arsenal got destroyed like a few times by a thingy by good teams, right, or even
Well,
bad
we
teams.
got
But look,
battered by
the
Bayern.
the point is that yeah, I
His
think
Bayern games
that's
were
excessive. I think
Hall of Fame games.
Arsenal look Arsenal under Arsene Wenger at the time, he wasn't sacked officially, but basically he was sacked, right? He left, but he was kind of like ushered out of the door.
Pushed out the door,
And
man.
Arsenal fans at that time, there were protests saying Wenger out. People going to stadiums saying Wenger out.
Yeah.
I know there are still people saying Arteta out now, but I don't think the vast majority of people at the who go to the stadium regularly are have that same mindset. And I don't think it's fair to say that the best Arteta is worse than the worst Wenger. I think that's
Hey, is it
just
safe to say?
Again, girls, let me just quickly add to what Raxa said. I can't. Everybody speaks out through both sides of their mouth. A lot of fans who say things like, "Oh, what's his name? Wenger didn't have quality players." Like you rate the players that Mikel Arteta has. A lot of you say they're not world-class players. When you ask them, the same people say, "Oh, mention one of the like they'll tell you this season." I've heard even Arsenal fans play down how good Zubimendi could be. They've said, "Oh, they've already played down how Gyökeres would be." They've played down how Norgard, who in a Brentford team that is not a top team, was a top captain and played very, very well last season with 4 years experience in the league. They'll turn around and tell you, see, I can't, it's hard to have those conversations when people cannot just be genuinely honest about, the facts. So for me, I respect Wenger. I love Wenger. I thank him for moving us from Highbury to Emirates. And I think that's one of the biggest things that he did for us as a club, getting us a big... Wenger literally gave up the whole of what he wanted to do, I think, to allow them do what they needed to do with this whole stadium thing. So I respect him for everything that he has done in the club. But if we're going to talk about on pitch, his final years, like what people are saying, oh yeah, it's like saying you come 12th and you win the FA Cup. Ahmed United, would you be happy to stay 15th and win an FA Cup every year? No.
Bro, no chance. Are you crazy? 15th every year, bro. That would send me off the bridge.
So my thing is like, I would rather see consistency, because again, consistency means that eventually something is going to happen. You're knocking that door. And it's never easy. So my point is like, I've seen Arsenal win. So I'm not like the Arsenal fans that joined 20 years ago and have not really seen much. I've been following Arsenal for years. So I've seen Arsenal win. So maybe for me, because I've been there, I've seen a trophy in the stadium, I've seen the celebrations, I kind of feel a little different about where we're at now. I'm like, at least we're going somewhere. And we better get there soon. That's all I'm saying. You know my take last season, Ahmed. What did I say about Mikel Arteta? I said, even if he wins me a cup double, I would still change my manager if there's a better manager out there. That's my thing. I'm not one of those people like, oh, get him out the club. And then do what? Who are you bringing right now? That is reasonable and will come and can get the job done. Let's be realistic. How many managers are out there right now available? Like, I don't care how much it costs, not the money issue, but available and can come to Arsenal right now.
I mean, is that? I mean, I guess the question is what is your, like? I take your question, and before answering your question, I answer with another question and say, what is the basis of that? No one is saying that Arsenal. Well, maybe some of your partisan fans might say you should sack Arteta, but what? I guess the thing is, do you want to win the title or are you happy challenging? Because if you're happy challenging, then you don't need to change anything that you're doing.
Oh no, I want to win the title, but again, like I said,
hold on. But if you don't win the league this season, somebody might be entitled to say after 4 second places or below, like maybe there's someone else out there who, given £1 billion, could have won you the league. Like it's very difficult for me to just say you can come in tomorrow and then simply win the league for you with Arteta's players. Maybe the manager needs better players.
You missed everything I said. Even when I said, even if Arteta wins me a trophy this year, again, if there is a better manager out there, I am not, me as an Arsenal fan, I am loyal to the club and not to any player or any manager. I was saying this yesterday on Hossam's stream, and I think maybe people need to understand, like, every fan is different, right? If William Saliba says Real Madrid is coming for me and I want to go, I'll simply say to him, if I was running the club, if I was the one running the club, I'll say, put in a transfer request, which means you don't get the rest of your salary for your contract. And then I will put a price tag on you. And Madrid should now come and show me that they really want you. I'll put 150 million, 160 on you. If Madrid is not willing to pay it, I will make you play with the under 21s. I don't care. I'm not loyal like that to play. Like, I'm saying that even if Mikel Arteta wins me a trophy, and I look at the end of the season and there's a better manager than him out there, somebody who's just probably maybe won the Champions League and won the club and is good, and I can guarantee that I will win with that, I'll bring that manager in and get. I'm not shaking like that.
But there's no guarantee.
Let me stop everything here. We're kind of gotten so far off. I kind of want to bring it back to define a little bit. I'm excited about seeing Viktor Gyökeres in the starting 11 playing together, and I'm worried about the same attacking problems against low blocks. If we can see, if those are my two things. What about you, Dale?
Me, I'm excited. The person I really want to see this season, I'm not saying he's winning us anything, but I'm excited. I want to see the 15-year-old Max Dalman play this season. I want to see him get minutes.
He's not going to play until he's 16.
I know. That's why I said that's what I'm excited about seeing. Like, the only thing that I'm worried about right now with Arsenal is mentality and discipline. And when I say mentality, I'm talking directly to discipline. I'm talking discipline specifically. The mentality to win.
Don't worry, we spoke with the head of the referees. We're good.
No, it's not head. I don't care about referees. I don't care about what this. I don't care about that. It doesn't. That is not even in the horizon.
Why are you laughing at me?
Oh,
I'm talking.
So you're shameless, bro. You're shameless.
I'm dead serious. Arteta had a meeting.
I'm talking about.
Arteta will no longer disrespect the PGMOL referees.
No.
And as a fan base online, we need to stop talking about referees, and they'll leave us alone.
I'm basically talking about discipline in its entirety, because last season we drew 14 games. 6 of those 14 games that we played with 10 men, which means that we had
because we were targeted. But
hold
it's
on,
okay.
it doesn't. No, my point is.
We need to stop talking about the PGMOL. Next sentence. I'm trying to speak about what I'm worried about, and you keep bringing PGMOL.
What a bad timing.
Don't bring referees into it. I'm not talking about referees. I don't care what decisions referees want to make. I think our players need a little more discipline on the pitch to actually realize that they're not just playing the other team; they're also playing the referee and themselves. There's certain things you just don't do, don't say, don't act. Just play the game. Stay focused, stay 11 men on the pitch. And that's what I'm worried about, because you can't have 6 games out of 14 playing with 10 men and draw the other 8 and then draw the 6 that you did. I mean, I think if we had those 6 games with 11 players, I think we win those games. And that changes the trajectory of the title race.
Hey, so I guess we'll never know. That's what Kanye West said.
All right, Kanye, flipping now.
We're gonna have to wrap it up. Ahmed, I just wanted to give Ahmed, I just wanted to give you a second to say your eulogy to Newcastle.
Oh yeah, hold that. Oh, Newcastle, yeah. Nah, I want it. Listen, I don't know what his name was. The guy that we had on. Yeah. Because I wanted him to come, because he was talking about wages, and Newcastle actually coincided. Ironically, Newcastle offered more wages to Sesko, and he said, "Nah, I'll take the lesser wages and join United." So I just wanted him to come out there. Like I said, with Newcastle, listen, you're just here to fill up numbers, innit? You're just here to fill up numbers. Yeah, you're not really, like, your best player's leaving. No one really respects Newcastle. And then your team is finished. Elanga, he's not going to do anything for you. And then, yeah, bro, they've had the disaster class. They've got the richest owners. And their highlight is them getting rejected. Did you see that guy on TikTok? Yeah, he was talking about so many players, and then they just put the sound effects of him just getting like rejected. It's absolutely hilarious. I've never seen, bro. It couldn't happen.
Window. It's actually been an all-time window. I've not seen anything like this.
Brian Mbeumo, Cunha,
Pedro,
Sesko,
Ekitike. Who else did they want? I'm pretty sure they want Sesko.
They wanted Delap as well.
Yeah, big up Deo.
Bro, like, it's crazy. Sometimes, sometimes I feel like with fans, especially when it comes to Newcastle, they just need to realize where their place is in it. Like, even if you have the richest owners.
They have a rejected 11. Yeah, I remember. They have a rejected 11, by the way. They have starting 11 of rejected
11.
Do you know how crazy that is? Like, I can't, like, it is. I actually could not believe that I saw that, bro. I witnessed that.
Oh
like,
yeah, Kudos as well. That's a good shout. Kudos
like,
as well.
listen, yeah, I don't even hate Newcastle like that on a personal level, but it's just like, it's mad, like, what I've seen. Like, I didn't think it was going to be, like, this bad for them, but, like...
Oh, yeah, my club finished 15th. I lost to
like-
Tottenham. I lost to
like,
Tottenham
the
to a
top
Europa.
six, like, the top six have single-handedly just, I don't know if they're just, like, well, I horrified them. Like, basically, like, every...
You know, Manchester United fans have taken it to the level where they're showing pictures of what do you call it, Carragher as a child, as a Newcastle fan, and as an adult
way.
wearing a Manchester United shirt. That's how deep they've gone. It's hilarious. Anyways, we're gonna wrap it up here. Before we go, final thing. Can I ask you guys a question? Do you guys want to do a managerial ranking?
Yes, go on.
Right now, 2 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, sure.
Do you guys think? Who do you guys think is the best manager in the league? By the way,
Pep.
Are we saying second is Slot?
You have to.
Yes.
You have to.
Yeah. In terms of achievement, you have to say that now because Arteta would have probably been there, but obviously.
So who's top tier?
So Pep is on a different level. Slot is
he's in his own.
He's in his own league.
Last season or this season?
In general. So he's
in general,
no, that's last season.
He's top. He's the top tier manager. Yeah.
1 second. Let me find it.
Pep's an all-timer.
Bro, 100%.
So who's your top four
in the league? I'd probably say.
Is Arteta in there?
I
have Arteta third.
Arteta, and then what? Maresca, probably those four.
Now, what about what's the thingy at Villa? What's his name? Emery.
Arteta is better than Emery.
Well, I mean, but Emery's trophy cabinet's just otherwise, right?
Yeah.
What are we judging this on, by the way?
Are we doing based on who's the better manager now?
Yeah, but
I'm still choosing Unai Emery's
yeah, I mean, we're basing it, I think, on a body of work, right? Because you can't. Pep didn't win the league last season. He didn't win anything last season, but we still think he's an all-timer.
Okay, I've actually got my four. Sorry, I've got my four. So Pep, Slot, Unai, Arteta, and fifth, I might as well put Thomas Frank. That's my five.
What else?
What are you saying, Ahmed?
Maresca? I would probably say Maresca is either fourth or fifth.
You're putting Maresca ahead of Arteta, aren't you?
No, I said Arteta third. I said Arteta third right now.
The Palace manager for winning the FA Cup last season, Palace's first ever trophy, and for winning, he won with Frankfurt, didn't he? Didn't he win the Europa League with Frankfurt?
Arne Slot is a good manager, yeah.
I feel like
what about Eddie Howe?
Eddie Howe is he's just decent. He's just decent.
Right now, so listen, a good manager, yeah. I think you got to put Emery in that tier.
Emery, obviously. I think Maresca deserves to be in that. I think
you can put Maresca in that tier.
Yeah,
Maresca is decent. I would put Maresca.
He's won 2 trophies this season. He's in good manager, in my personal opinion, bro.
I mean, Ten Hag there.
This is old.
This is last season.
Yeah, this is last season.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I forgot about that.
Eddie Howe's good.
Eddie Howe's also good because they had like a lot of injuries too, bro. So
hold on. The way they wiped Liverpool in that Carabao Cup final, stick him in good.
You have to.
What about Glasner?
Glasner, he's all right.
Areola?
No, wait.
Glasner. I think Glasner's a very good manager.
Yeah, I would say Glasner's got to be in the good category.
To lead the team to FA Cup and Europa League football, you have to be much higher, bro.
You know, this is difficult because the thing is that like I think Glasner would deserve to be on a higher level than Frank. Do you know what I mean? But I also don't think that Glasner is on the same level as.
There
needs to be one between. There needs to be one between the best.
I would put what's his face. Iraola needs to be in a decent manager at least.
Yeah, I think so.
Are you saying these are the top 10 managers in the league?
So Pep, Maresca, Arteta, Unai Emery. Then you've got Frank, Iraola. That's what I would say.
Managers? I can't think of your managers.
Top 10 managers in the league.
I think. Hold on. I think.
Right. What is
Hold on,
that?
no, but Eddie Howe, Newcastle have made Champions League two of the last 3 years, right? And he won a trophy. I mean, that's probably good.
Yeah, there needs to be a category between good and best.
Let's move them to all right.
No. Nah. I mean, Glasner could. I mean, Glasner is. He's all right.
Glasner, he won FA Cup. Had his first trophy,
Glasner's
and he
minimum. Glasner's
Yeah.
minimum decent.
Yeah,
Stick
he's decent.
and he won the Europa League with Frankfurt.
Okay, let's do
Like,
it number based instead of 3 to 5.
Oh my god. Okay.
No, 3 to 4. No, 2 to 4. And then we'll go.
You can
Yeah.
just do 5 to 10. Just do 5 to 10.
Yeah.
No. That works?
Well,
Okay.
I mean, a change not great to the rest. rather than
I think Glasner's proved it more than Iraola and what's his face. I think Glasner.
I just want to know.
Rank above.
Arnie Slot second, Arteta third. Everyone agree?
I think personally, I don't know why. Can you really say Arteta's a better manager than Emery?
Yes, based on both their times at Arsenal.
That's not the gradient, though.
No,
Like,
yeah, but that's not. This is not
no,
who's the best.
no,
It's not a table of who's the best manager. at
Who's
Arsenal.
objectively been a better manager in the Premier League?
No, but Igal, answer me this then. Emery managed one full season for you and finished 5th. He didn't finish his second season.
He also got us to a cup final, lost it in a dramatically ugly fashion. Lost us top 4.
Okay, so you
lost the dressing room and the whole locker room and everybody.
You finished 5th, and you made a cup final. The next season, you then had the benefit of players coming through like Martinelli, Saka, stuff like that, which Emery didn't have the full benefit of, and you won the FA Cup but finished 8th, right? So you actually finished 5th and lost the final under Emery. You then finished 8th and won the FA Cup. The following season, you also finished 8th. So I'm just saying to you then, like, I appreciate you won the FA Cup, but if you're just basing that success of Arteta being better based off the FA Cup, then the fact that you've not won anything since then, does that not go against him, seeing as you spent so much money?
I've got to go, by the way. I've got to go, boys. But
What?
I've got to go, bro. I've got to go. That's why I said.
All right, no worries, Ahmed. Have a good day.
Big up.
All right, I don't think we're gonna ever agree because you guys are saying Emery over Arteta. I'm just verbatim not gonna do that.
I'm saying like. I listen. I think Arteta.
If you guys try to make a case for anybody else, I don't think there's a leg to stand on.
I mean, I think you can make a case for Eddie Howe being a better manager.
Than who?
Based on what?
Than Arteta.
Based on
Nah.
No, hold on, but like I'm like think about it, right? Like obviously Arteta's got more resources. He's got better players than Newcastle. Yeah, like so. Obviously, Newcastle. Pardon?
Because they want to Carabao Cup.
Bro, have you won a Carabao Cup in the last 5 years?
Yeah, he won their first trophy in 50 plus years.
That's what I'm saying. My point is that I know.
Well, the thing is, this is where it could be. No, but Jay, let me just.
No, it's just because the point you made is, but Newcastle beat him handily in the semi-final to win that trophy.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
I'm like, it's very disingenuous to say you won a Carabao Cup.
No, but Jay, I understand that. I'm all for trophies, by the way. I'm all for trophies. I want to see trophies. But one sec. No, but one sec. Just to come at Jay, yeah. I'm all for trophies.
Drops.
Wait. I'm all for trophies, yeah.
Why is Thomas Frank even ahead of Glasner?
Bro, if Ten Hag was on this list, Jay, are you putting him above Arteta because he's won 2 trophies? Would you put him ahead of him?
No, but if Ten Hag had finished, if Ten Hag had finished top 3 and won.
But he didn't finish top 3 though. Like he finished 8.
Yeah, like he did in the first season.
He also finished 4th.
So, like, I think Ten Hag's a good manager that was exposed at United, but he's not. I think Arteta's obviously.
If Ten Hag was still in the league, he would be in the 8 to 10 rankings.
Yeah, but like, you're acting like Howe hasn't made Champions League twice. in 3
Bro,
years.
Eddie Howe can make Champions League, but objectively, does that make him a better manager than Arteta?
I think you got to look at the result, like the team he's got.
Does that make him a better manager than Unai Emery?
I think no, I think it's close. Like these are all good managers. I'm saying to you now, you went into this season thinking you were going to finish first or second, and you finished second. Season before, you came in thinking you were going to finish second or first, and you finished second. Newcastle.
Does the state in which the manager has been able to get the team to, because think about it, Unai Emery, Arne Slot, all these guys, they've not actually built the team from the ground up. Like Arteta has.
I think
does he not get some credit for the actual
To be fair to Aston Villa, when they had Steven Gerrard, they were around like bottom table. Do you get what I'm saying? They were like bottom when they had Steven Gerrard. So
exactly.
But with this list here, if someone wants Emery, I'm cool. Arteta or Emery, I think that list is, in terms of the top 4, I think that's fair. Right now.
Yeah, I think that's.
All right, Rock, can you be the final judgment?
Go on. Arteta's bottom.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up.
Put him bottom. Hey, Gal, you said I could be the final judge. Put him bottom. Hey, Gal, you said it. You gave me that power. You have to put him Arteta bottom. Do it.
You just stuck.
Today I'm turning into Kim Jong Un. Anyways, I think majority of the stuff we did well until the Arsenal derangement syndrome kicked in. Anyways, you guys have yourselves a wonderful day.
You too.
I think I'm going to be doing previews for the upcoming season. And Rak, you're playing in the Community Shield. Hopefully you win it. So you can then have the Community Shield curse and not win the league. As
I don't
always.
believe in curses. I don't believe in curses.
Hey, ask Man City. Anyways, anybody else have anything else to say?
Nah. You buying anyone else to go?
We could get Rodrygo or Eze. Just wait on it.
Listen, you're not getting Rodrygo.
It's gone from we're getting Eze to we could get these players.
There's more chance. Yeah, there's more chance of me being
because we still need to get outgoing players out the door.
If you don't get Eze, then you know your now infamous phrase, let Berta cook. Will you retract that? Will you say that it's been?
You know what it is? Every transfer window, doesn't matter what you do, you always want more. If we get Eze, people will still go and say, well, you still need another winger. So, in my opinion, it doesn't matter what we do, we can always do more.
Well,
but Eze's the guy.
That's a horrible deflection away from the question that Rats asked.
Eze's the guy. You've been the guy who's been.
You want two more.
No, but you've been trumpeting Berta's cooking, let Berta cook, all this kind of stuff. Now, if he doesn't get
players already,
I know, sure. But you weren't really. I never heard you say demanding Christian Mosquera and all these kind of guys. Yeah. They may be good players, right? The point is, you have been saying we need to get Eze. We need to get Eze. We need to get Rodrygo. So if it doesn't happen, will your opinion change? Will you still be cooking?
No. What's changed is I understand football, and the transfer window cannot be one-way traffic. You need to get some players out also. Okay. So let's just see what leaves the club before we start saying nothing else is coming in.
Okay.
Yeah.
You agree with that at least, right?
Yeah, 100%. It's just, I guess from my point of view, I look at it and
I never got a chance to mention my hot take.
Go on.
What's your hot take?
Oh, I said it at the start of the other stream. I think that this might be Salah's last season.
Oh.
When we're talking about balancing the books, it wouldn't surprise me if he.
My hot take is Liverpool could finish third.
Okay.
Okay.
Ahmed?
My hot take, bro. Arsenal are finishing fourth.
Okay. Jay?
One of the top 6 has a disaster season. Like one of the top 6 always has a disaster season. It's just difficult to predict which one.
It's pretty easy to predict this season. Newcastle
aren't part of the top 6, the traditional top 6.
Oh, traditional top 6. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's going to be Man City.
Well, Man City, Arsenal. People have medium expectation for Spurs and United, so I don't think we.
Is Liverpool finishing third a disaster?
I mean,
think-
with how much they spent, yeah, bro. Them finishing third is a disaster.
I think if Liverpool
Yeah,
finish
I
third,
agree.
if Liverpool get Isak and they finish third, they flopped it.
Yeah, bro,
Yeah,
they should be winning the
I
Prem
agree.
and like at least 2 trophies in it, a Prem and an FA in it, or something.
One trophy is fine if they lose. If they lose,
I feel like saying Arsenal's going to win the league is not a hot take.
I mean,
we're accustomed to what you say.
But the thing is, you've got self-interest in it. I think to some point extent, the hot take is you don't really want to have self-interest. There's no self-interest in me saying that I think Salah might go at the end of this season.
Egal. When he doesn't win, are you like never just gonna you know what? It's never gonna happen. Like you know,
I've said it. If Arteta doesn't win anything this
I'm just
season,
intrigued, isn't it?
I've just said it. If Arteta doesn't win anything this upcoming season, you might as well pack his bags.
That's your final. Okay, fair enough then. Well, I'll hold you to that next season, inshallah. Yeah, I'll hold you to that.
Egal's not getting away with it another season.
We're gonna wrap it up here, boys and girls.
After 3 season, he's not getting away with
2 streams, 2 hours. It's midnight. Amazing.
Big up.
Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.
Man United's the biggest club. Big up.
No, you're not.